Hey guys, it's pretty cold out. Hopefully everybody's staying warm. I'm not going to be able to fish this weekend. I got some stuff going on, but I figured I'd try and make some quick videos here on the knots I like to use. So this is going to be about the uni knot. I use basically 3 knots, a uni knot, a snell knot, or a Albright or modified Albright, but a uni knot is what I use probably about 90% of the time. I really like the uni knot because it's strong, it's quick, easy to tie. You pretty much tie it with your eyes closed once you kind of get your hand positioning right, and you do it a few times. And it works really well for either mono, fluorocarbon, or braids. All right, so here's my crude example of a hook and then some fishing line. So the beauty of the uni knot is it's simple to tie, and it doesn't matter which way you go through the eyelet here. It doesn't matter if you go this way. If your eyelet is rotated 90 degrees in relation to your hook shank here, like if it's turned, it doesn't matter. You pick whatever way you go through. So let's thread it through the eyelet here, and then I am right-handed. So when I tie a uni knot, or really any knot in particular, I always try and have my hook off to the left. And with most knots, basically hand positioning can determine how easy it is to tie. So go through your eyelet, and you're going to have your tag end here and run it out, and I pinch these two together with my left hand first. Alright, and you want to give yourself enough tag length here to do some wraps. So your next step, you got this pinched together, is take your tag end and kind of make a loop like this. So you start from over here and you just make a loop, and then I also pinch that with my left hand. Now this bigger rope, I'm not going to be able to loop it through here as many times, but with fluorocarbon or mono or braid, I'm usually looping it through there 6 or 7 times. So basically I'm going to show you first your end goal. So here's your line, you got it looped together, your tag end, you're basically going to come through the hole, and you're going to keep going through like that. That is your end goal, and loop it through there 6 or 7 times. Now, give myself a little bit more here. I'm gonna show you how I like to hold it. It's a little bit harder to see, but when I'm actually wrapping it with fishing line, I kind of grab it like this, and you can basically use your middle finger on your left hand to like poke it through, and then use your thumb and your index finger to kind of grab it. So just kind of poke it through like that, and you can just start wrapping it. So that's how I'm wrapping it. This bigger rope here is not going to cinch down quite as easy as fishing line, but when I get to this point with fishing line, I'm going to take my tag end here and just gently kind of start to pull on it. Now this isn't going to look nearly as pretty. I'm going to have to kind of help it with this bigger rope, but basically kind of start bunching this all together. Now when you start to get it kind of bunched together slowly with your fishing line, the next thing I'm going to do is wet this. I'm going to wet it from the knot all the way down to your eyelet. So here's kind of what it's going to look like. You're going to have your knot starting to bunch up, and you're going to have this big loop right here. All right, next thing I'm going to do is kind of just start to pull on your main line, let your tag end go, and you can see this starting to kind of slide down. So this is why it's really important to lubricate this, because if you don't, with fluorocarbon, it's going to generate a lot of heat, and it's going to kind of burn up your line, make it look funny, and do the same thing with mono. And then with braid, it's just a whole lot easier for it to cinch down like this. So you're basically going to keep running this down so it gets tighter, and you can see it kind of starting to roll over and cinch up nice. And that's what it's going to look like when you're all said and done. I usually take my tag end and my main line, and I kind of pull them just a little bit more, and then I pull really tight on my main line, and then trim your tag end. I'll show you real quick just what it's like when I tie with regular line. So run it through, pull enough tag, make your loop, kind of get it to this point like I was talking about, where it's cinched down but it's not real tight. Get it lubricated, and then start pulling it down, and it'll start bunching up. And then kind of get your tag in there situated. You can give a little tug on that, make sure it's seated all the way, and then get your pliers, cut your tag in, and there you go. So that's the uni knot. This is kind of your final product here. It's just easy to tie, it's strong, reliable. Like I said, you don't really even have to look at it once you do it a few times. So I don't know how well it's going to focus. I'm just using my phone, but I'll have some other videos here of the Albright and then the snell knot, of how I tie those and the situations I like to use those in. So thanks for watching, guys.